video is presented by Dr. C. Ashok Kumar, Principal, Shakti Institute of Teacher Education and Research, and voiceover by Arul Shalini, First B.Ed, Shakti Institute of Teacher Education and Research. Now we are going to learn about growth and development. After watching this video, you will be able to differentiate the terms growth and development, describe essential principles related to growth and development, list out factors that influence growth and development. What do you mean by growth? Growth means psychological change and increase in number and size of cells. It can be measured quantitatively. Indicators of growth include height, weight, bone size, and dentition. The pattern of psychological growth is similar for all people, but it varies due to nature and nurture of the people. Definitions for growth. According to the Crow and Crow, 1962, growth refers to structural and psychological changes. What do you mean by development? Development means increase in the complexity of function and skill progression. Development is an increase of capacity and skill of a person through growth, maturation, and learning in order to adapt to the environment. Development is the behavioral aspects of growth. Example, a person develops the ability to walk, talk, and think. Definition of development. According to the Harlock, 1959, development refers to progressive series of changes that occur in an orderly, predictable pattern as a result of maturation and experience. In this slide, we are going to learn about the relationship between growth and development. Growth and development are independent but interrelated process. For example, an infant's muscles, bones, and nervous system must grow to a certain point before the infant is able to walk or talk. Growth generally takes place during the first 20 years of life. Development takes place during that time and also continues after that point. These are the difference between growth and development. In growth, it is quantitative change. In development, it is qualitative change. In growth, it is cellular multiplication. In development, organization of all parts which growth has produced. Growth does not continue throughout life. Development continue throughout lifespan. Growth is an aspect of development. Development is an integrated whole which growth is a part. Growth observable and measurable. Development cannot measured scientifically. Growth is under natural principles. Development under experience and observation of an individual. Growth is a various parts of body become larger due to growth. In development, an organization in functions of various parts of body is observed due to development. In growth, it is increase in size, weight, structure is regarded as growth. In development, intelligence, social understanding, expertise in language and utilization of educational opportunities. In this slide, we are going to learn about the principles of growth and development. Growth and development are continuous, orderly, sequential process influenced by maturational, environmental, and genetic factors. Growth and development occur in a cephalocaudal direction, which is starting at the head and moving to the trunk, the legs, and the feet. Growth and development occur in a proximodistal direction, that is, from the center of the body outward. Development proceeds from simple to complex or from single acts to integrated acts. Differentiated development begins with a generalized response and progresses to a skilled specific response. Principles of growth and development are in different types, such as principle of continuity, principle of lack of uniformity in the developmental rate, principle of individual difference, principle of integration, and principle of interrelation. The first one, principle of continuity. It is a never ending process. It starts with conception and ends with death. Small, gradual, and continuous in all dimensions. Principle of lack of uniformity in the developmental rate. Often so silent and gradual as to be almost invisible, sometimes as fast as to be noticed quite easily. For example, shooting up in height, sudden change in social interest, and intellectual curiosity. The next one, principle of individual difference. Every organism is a distinct creation in itself. Development in various dimensions is unique and specific. Here we learn that each child should be helped along the developmental process within the sphere of his own strengths and limitations. Principle of interpolation. Patterns of behavior are broken into smaller ones and each smaller ones are put together. Principle of interrelation. Various aspects or dimensions of one's growth and development are interrelated. A healthy body tends to develop a healthy mind, an emotional stable and socially conscious personality. These are the factors influencing growth and development. Right from conception, the beginning of life in a mother's womb, the growth and development of human being influenced by variety of factors, internal factors and external factors. The first one, internal factors. Heredity factor. What is transferred to the offspring from its immediate parents in form of genes and chromosomes at this time constitutes the hereditary contribution. Internal factors. The first one, heredity factors. The second one, biological factors. The biological factors are physical, weak or internal deformities and nervous system and functioning of glands, hypoactivity and hyperactivity, appearance, defectiveness. The third one, intelligence. The physical, social, emotional, moral, and language development of a child is greatly influenced and controlled by his intelligence. Emotional factors. A child who is found to be overwhelmed by negative emotions like fear, anger, jealousy, etc., is adversely affected in his physical, mental, social, moral, and language development. The fifth one, social nature. A person's socialization helps him in achieving adjustment and advancement in other aspects of his growth and development. These five things are the internal factors. In before slide, we have learned about internal factors. Now we are going to learn about external factors. Environment in the womb of the mother. First one, physical and mental health of mother, single or multiple child, nutrition received by embryo, radiation, normal or abnormal delivery, any damage to baby in womb. The next one, environment available after birth, accidents and incidents in life, the quality of physical environment, medical care and nourishment, the quality of the facilities and opportunities provided by the social and cultural forces. I am done. So I believe that after watching this video, you all guys understood about growth and development. Thank you.